गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तपोभिक्षीण पापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्ष्योऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते। Now we are in the verse 16. We will see it again. Vapustushadhibhikkoshaihi yuktam yuktyavaghatataha atmanam antaram shuddham vivichya tandhulam yatha. Vapuhu tushadibhihi koshaihi yuktam. See, vapuhu means the body, etc. Our external form. Tushadibhihi means what? The husk. So these are all the coverings of the Atman and the rice respectively. So he has given both in one go. Vapuhu tushadibhihi. Koshaihi yuktam. So it is covered by these conditionings. So the Atman is covered by the form, the body, etc. And the rice is covered by what? Husk. Yuktya avaghatataha. So how one has to separate the rice from the husk, or the Atma from the non-self, or the body, mind, etc. Yuktya avaghatataha. Yuktya avaghatataha means, yuktya means through logical reasoning, through discrimination. Discrimination between the self and the not self. So yuktya, proper logic and reasoning, as suggested by the scriptures, the anatma should be removed from the atma, the self. Like how you remove the husk from the rice through what? Avaghatataha. Avaghatataha means thrashing the paddy in the mortar. See, yesterday I was showing you like this, but it is a very misleading gesture actually. You know what? When they sort of harvest, when they bring it, they hit to separate out the paddy actually. And then they put it in the mortar. And with the pestle, they pound on it. Today a villager came here. I was asking him. I have seen it long back in our village, but very vague in my memory. I asked him, how you people, from the paddy, how you get the rice those days, before, all this rice mill and all. Then he told me very clearly today, he was telling me, explaining to me. The mortar is kept, they put the paddy, and then with the pestle, they pound on it. I was asking him, if you pound like that, won't the rice break? He said, no, there is a separate technique or knack of pounding, so that the husk will separate and the rice will separate. Then there is a process of separating it also. Salipangavadi. Salicha, it will go, the husk will be separated, the rice will be separated. So here, with respect to the Atman, the self, what is the process involved? Discrimination. Whereas there it is pounding. And you know, even Bhagavan says, Ulmuha ulakkayal oyadu idithu, he says. Unmuha ulakkayal oyadu idithu. We have studied last year. In the enga varum the Unmuha ulakkayal oyadu idithu, it comes in one of his works. Meaning you have to pound on it again and again. How you have to pound? Pound that I am not this body mind. And you have to arrive at the pure self. So, Unmuha ulakkayal oyadu iduthinga nyabam varudhu. Then you find the Atmanam Antaram Shuddham. Then you get the pure self, which is one's own. Like how you get the rice. Tandulam yatha. Vivichya means how you separate the rice, etc. So here, Acharya has given a beautiful example. I suppose after another 100 years, maybe the seekers would be very struggling to understand what is this. Because even now, we are not able to visualize it that clearly. Then they may be going back into the museums and searching for mortar and pestle. So, like you separate the rice from the husk, you have to separate the Atma from the Anatma or the body, mind, etc. through proper discrimination. This is what we have been seeing all through in the Viveka Chudamani, na? Using the discriminative faculty, we have to separate it out. See, our Acharya was saying, everything is contained in Viveka Chudamani. Whatever you are studying now, it is all there in Viveka Chudamani. See, I am taking this Atmabodha because it has got some special examples given, which is very, very fascinating and hitting, very appealing. See, that is why I am taking actually this text. Every verse, something or other, some example or other is given. That is the beauty of this text. So that goes deep into our understanding when it is explained with an example, analogy. So that is why I am taking this text actually. Now, moving on to the 17th verse. Sada sarvagadopyatma na sarvatra vabhasate buddha veva vabhasate swat buddha veva vabhasate swacheshu pratibimbavat buddha veva vabhasate swacheshu pratibimbavat sada sarvagataha api Atma na sarvatra avabhasate. This Atma, the self, is always everywhere, all pervading. Sarvagataha api. It is all pervading, but you cannot find it anywhere else. Like in the wall you cannot find this pure consciousness, though it is everywhere, it is all pervading, this Atma, it cannot be found anywhere else. Na sarvatra avabhasate. It is not shining everywhere, means not available for our cognition or not available for us everywhere. Buddhavyeva avabhasate. Only in the buddhi, the intellectual sheath. In the buddhi, vijnanamaya kosha, avabhasate, it shines. As what? As a reflected consciousness. So, if you want to know Atma, the self, through there only you have to go deep. As Bhagavan says, you have to inquire, who am I? And then go and try to find the source of the I thought. So, it is available or it shines only in the buddhi. Why, Swamiji? If it is everywhere, it should be available everywhere now. Why it is only in the buddhi? Buddhi only it reflects as Atma Chaitanya, meaning the reflected consciousness. See, we say, no, the God is everywhere, but why do we go to temple? Because his Sanidhyam is more in the temple. Because of the mantra Uchadana and because of the special, kriyas and the devotee's faith, it is very special in the temple actually. And the example given by Gurudev is, in the cow, Actually, milk is available throughout his body, but it is available for us only through its udder. We cannot go and milk it from its ears. From its tail you cannot milk it. It is available only the udder. So similarly, this self, though it is all pervading, but it is available for us, for the seeker, to cognize only in the buddhi, when it expresses as the chit-chaya or chidabhasa. There are different names for that. The reflected consciousness. What is the example given here? Swacheshu pratibimbavat. See, if you go and stand in front of this wall also, your face should be reflected, but it is not. Only in front of the mirror it is reflected. Why? Because of its surface. It is very smooth surface. Your face is reflected there, or your form is reflected there. In fact, everywhere it should reflect your face, wherever you go and stand. It is not reflecting. Only in the special surfaces, the face is reflected. Similarly, though the Atma, the self, is everywhere, it is available in the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Therefore, when you sit quietly and take a stand that I am a Sakshi, or I am the illuminator of all the thoughts. See, Vijnanamaya Kosha only, he is illuminating all the thoughts. I am the illuminator of all the thoughts, but I am not involved in any of these thoughts. Only when you take that stand, then you can maintain that Sakshi Bhava, and then slowly you can abide in the self. So wherever you go and search for him, but you have to come back to your own core of the personality, the Vijnanamaya Kosha. That is why in one of the old Tamil film, Agathiyar, there is a song. Irukkum idathai vittu illada idam thedi engango alaihinrar ஞானத் தங்கமே. Irukkum idam means what? Where is he? Actually, in the cave of the heart, that is in the buddhi, Vijnanamaya Kosha. Forgetting that these people are roaming everywhere. Irukkum idathai vittu illada idam thedi alaihinrar. We go here, we go there, pilgrimage, as if God is only there. See, those things are helpful actually. It purifies the mind. The pilgrimages, no doubt. But we think only God is there and we search for him in the outside world. But he is very much available in the cave of the heart. That is in the Vijnanamaya Kosha as the reflected consciousness. Why there? That is the medium where he can express. Like the mirror is the medium where our pratibimba can appear, where our reflection can appear. Similarly. You understand? So this you should not forget. Whosoever tells you whatsoever, you should not believe in it. Adi Shankara said clearly, he is available for our cognition only in the intellectual sheath, Vijnanamaya Kosha. There only we can approach him. So that we have to turn within, our vision within, and then in the Vijnanamaya Kosha, we can appreciate him. Dehendriya mano buddhi prakrutibhyo vilakshanam tadvrutti sakshinam vidyat atmanam rajavatsada. Deha, the body, indriya, the sense organs, mano, buddhi, the mind and the intellect, prakriti, that is the maya prakriti or avidya, whatever. Prakritibhyo vilakshanam, is Atma, the self, is distinctly different from all these. See, these are all matter envelopments, and Atma is a pure consciousness. So he is vilakshanam, means what? Totally different from all this, deha, indriya, mana, etc. He is totally different. What is he? Tadvrutti sakshinam vidyat. Please know, vidyat, please know. Tadvrutti sakshinam. He is the sakshi, the illuminator, the witness of all the modifications of these deha, indriya, mana, buddhi. or all the functioning of this Deha, Indriya, Manabuddhi. As I told you, always Sakshi means what? He is not involved, he is only illumining. Like what? Another example. Like Rajavat Sada. Rajavat, like a king. See, they have organized a huge music program for the king, music and dance program for the king. So he enters into the hall, a big darbar hall, whatever hall, very beautifully decorated. The king enters into the hall. He was offered a wonderful simhasan seat, and then he comes and sits there. And then the dancers, the musicians, they come and they perform. So what the king does, he will also not join the dance party. Then he becomes a clown. If he also goes and dances along with the dancers, no, he just observes, watches. He witnesses. And the organizers are running around, organizing everything, because everything should be organized tip-top. Is it not so? So organizers on their toes. So they are running here, there. And the master of the ceremony is little nervous to conduct the event in front of the king. And the musicians and dancers have practiced a lot. They have come and they are performing. But king is not involved in anything. He is just the witness of everything. But deriving the authority or the power from the king, the ministers and others, they have organized it. So he just comes and sits and watches. Similarly, the Atma, the self, he is just the witness, not involved. So if something goes wrong in the dance program or in the music, king is not affected. King just sits quiet. But the organizers are very agitated. I don't know what the king is going to tell me. But the king is not involved in the good or bad of the music program. So he sits like a witness. So this Atma is always that. At least king lauds, appreciates, and then he honors. But Atma, the self, just the witness. So the Atma doesn't even appreciate good things. From the Atma self, there's nothing good, nothing bad. See, from the Atma self, nothing good, nothing bad. It is just the Sakshi, is real Sakshi. See, the Nataka Deepa, the lamp in the stage, it doesn't appreciate the drama when it is very good. It will not laugh when there is a comedy scene. The lamp will not laugh. Or the lamp will not weep when something goes wrong. A tragic scene is portrayed. Lamp just illumines everything in a very detached manner. Not at all affected, involved. Just illumines. Like that, our pure self is illumining everything, not getting involved. Rajavat Sadha. So here the example is like a king. How beautiful. But you know what? When all this is going on, what is the stand of the Aviveki, Ajnani? That is explained in the next verse. Vyapruteshvindriyeshvatma Vyapari va vivekinam Drishyate breshu dhavatsu Dhavan nivayata shashi. See, somebody can compile all these examples, analogies given here, the similes. It will be very interesting actually. Here also another one. Every verse if you watch, there is one. Here also. Vyapruteshu indriyeshu. When the indriyeshu, the organs, sense organs are functioning in its field, like eyes are, seeing, ears are hearing. When the sense organs are functioning, Vyapruteshu means functioning. Transacting in the world, Atma Vyapari Iva Avivekinam. That is how we have to split and read. This Atma is considered as a Vyapari. Vyapari means what? The person who is involved, who is functioning, who is doing everything. By whom? Avivekinam. by the person who is not discriminative, aviveki. He thinks when the body is involved in the activities, when the senses are functioning, he thinks I am functioning, the Atma is functioning. He is unable to separate out the Atma from the Deha Indriya etc. and say Deha Indriya is functioning, but I am just the witness. He is unable to say that. Aviveki, what he says? Yes, I am only functioning. What is the doubt? See, my hands and legs are only moving. I am only planning. I am only doing. See, very clear he is. There is no doubt. After studying scriptures only you doubt it. Oh, ippadi irukka? Otherwise we take it very, very for granted. No? The body, the senses, it is my body, it is my hands, and it is my faculties, and I am functioning, I am the doer. What is there? The discrimination is what? The anatma means what? The deha, indriya, etc. They are not you. They are when they are functioning because of their own vasanas. The vasanas inside. Because of that, prompted by that, when the deha indriyas are functioning, the aviveki thing, the atma is functioning. That is, I am functioning. I am the doer. He is aviveki. Then viveki, what he should think? This body mind is functioning according to its svabhava. Means what? To the vasanas, because of his vasanas. But what am I doing? I am just the sakshi matram. This should be his stand. But since because he is aviveki, he thinks, I am the doer, I am functioning, I am involved. Like the bird in the lower branch. Bird in the higher branch means what? The bird in the higher branch means I am just the witness, illuminator, sakshi. Like what? This example is really beautiful. You must have watched this several times. Drishyate abreshu dhavatsu. Having seen the cloud moving, abreshu means cloud moving, dhavanniva yata shashi. People think the moon is moving. In the night, in the cloudy sky, if you see, sometimes you can see the moon moving very fast. You can see that. Have you seen that? The moon moving very fast. See, the moon moves, it goes around, but very slowly, you cannot even make it out. But you see moon moving very fast, it's moving. Then you wonder, what is this moving? Moon is moving. Actually, it is a cloud moving in the opposite direction. Clouds are only moving. But we superimpose the movement of the cloud on the moon and we see actually. It is not that we imagine. We actually see that the moon is moving. If you are a viveki, you will know that it is only the cloud is moving, not the moon. See, it is very clear. I am the doer. I am doing. What is there? Is there any doubt? But for a viveki, no. The functioning or activities of the indriya, deha indriya, is superimposed on the self. And he thinks the self is functioning. Like the movement of the clouds are superimposed on the moon and he sees moon is running or moon is davati actually. Davati means running. You understand what he said? So, idella na confusion of the mind. Kichadi, it makes a kichadi out of everything. Mix up. So therefore, instead of seeing clearly that the deha indriya is functioning, like your deha indriya is functioning because of your own desires and vasanas, this deha indriya is functioning because of its own desires and vasanas. What have I got to do with that? I have nothing to do with that. And whatever happens to the body mind, happens to the body mind. What should I do? I am not involved in anything. I am not the doer or enjoyer. I am just the sakshi matram. This is the stand of a viveki, of a Vedantic student. Swamiji, if you are sitting in the cave, this is all right. But you are in the world, everyday world, if you are functioning, if you are working in an office, you are taking care of a business, you have to take decisions. You cannot say, I am a witness. No. See, this ego self is analyzing, understanding and taking decisions. I am just the witness. One step ahead. So whatever information is available, so the buddhi is there to process and refer the past experience, the past precedents, and then it takes a decision. So let it. But I am only the Sakshi. Whatever happens, see, like Deha Indriya, even buddhi is there to think and analyze and take a decision. Let it take. But I am just still the Sakshi. See, this is very hard actually. Easily it can be spoken of. But when it comes to but that is the sadhana. To remind the Sakshi of all the activities of the Deha Indriya and all the reactions of the mind and intellect also.
In the office, the rajas and tamas are working very hard.
Yeah, because we fall a prey to it. If we can maintain sattva throughout, if you know how to maintain.
No, in office you
No. It can be. You say it is not possible. I agree with you. You are experienced person. When you say I am not disagreeing, but with see, when he has been living that kind of a life with sort of balance and sattva, even there he can maintain his balance. If not, he should quit. If that is
first chance, he will take BRS or
that's what I am saying. See, the king Janaka was the king. He was able to manage and rule. So if a person has got that kind of abundance, it is still possible only, I feel. I think so. He will be able to function better, I suppose. Otherwise, all these things are null and void, So even the decisions taken doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the buddhi and not me. That should be our attitude. And we should still be the Sakshi. Is it possible? It should be possible. Try experimenting, and as he says, the deadlines are given and you have to finish it off and you have to compromise so much and you are getting banged everywhere. Then because we want to stick on to something.
you have to compete and increase market share.
Yeah, I agree. See the multinational company, they are very heartless. They push you too much. I know. I understand. Even the other sectors also. Everything is there. But it should be possible, otherwise this is null and void. Everywhere this should be possible. But only thing is you should need more awareness, more sadhana, more abundance, maybe. Yes? That's what, see, Swami Tejomayanji and all, he was the head of the whole Chinmaya mission worldwide. He was moving everywhere and conducting his business meetings, this, that, and giving lectures, and taking care of the brahmacharis and everything. But he was doing it so effortlessly. If you see him, you won't see him paraparane irkumatar. Always very balanced and cool, but everything happened. See, they know how to delegate work. And as you say rightly, here, it is not profit motivated or not driven that way. So he takes care of things beautifully. I think otherwise we should not be there, I suppose. Chuma, no point in sort of losing oneself if you are not that balanced. But it should be possible. Suppose if you are immature, if you are not possible, then it is not for you. You understand? So if you are a beginner, then if it is not possible, then you have to find some other avenues where it is possible. So therefore, Drishyate Abhreshu Dhavatsu, he finds, when he looks at it, actually the cloud is running, but for him, the Aviveki, the moon is running, like that. See, it's very simple. In the court, the high court and all, they cross-examine the witness. Na? Who is the witness? Sakshi means witness. A murder has happened. One who is not murdering and who is not murdered. Only he can be a Sakshi. the third person who is not involved in that activity. And whatever happens to the case, he is not affected that much. He is a third person, just a witnessed. So he has seen, he is illuminating that event. Illuminating means he has seen the event, but he is not involved in the event.
So that means the self is registering the event?
Yeah, it's a sakshi means it is illumining me. Because of its light only everything is known. That is what illuminating.
So that means that it has got the memory.
Huh?
That means that it has got some deep store.
See, that is what I am saying. Only when the Jiva Bhavana comes, the storage all happens. The Jiva Bhavana, only storage all happens. The Sakshi is only to illumine. And in that, there is no even memory. It is beyond memory also. Because memory comes into being. Chit partho mani illapo. Mano buddhi chit ahankaram. Chittam ahankaram. The chittam is considered always as the memory. But that also belongs to the Jiva Bhava only. Like the Mano Buddhi, Chittam also belongs to Jiva only. But as the self, it is not even storing anything. It is illuminating everything. Not involved. That's what you understand from the witness. He is just illuminating, not involved. And he is not affected by the consequences. That is what is the Sakshi all about. It's not sun on you. Is it okay with you? Okay. Okay. 20th verse. Moving on to the 20th verse. Atma chaitanyam ashritya dehendriya manodiyaha svakriyarteshu vartante suryalokam yata janaha. Another example here in the last line. Atma chaitanyam ashritya dehendriya manodiyaha svakriyarteshu vartante. See, if you know even simple Sanskrit, you will just understand the meaning straight away. Atma chaitanyam. What is Atma chaitanyam? The light of the consciousness. That is the self. Ashritya. Meaning what? Taking refuge in it or getting energized by the Atma chaitanyam. Deha indriya mano diyaha. The body, the organs, sense organs, the mind and the buddhi. Svakriyarteshu vartante. They get involved in their respective fields. Meaning what? The self is not responsible for prompting the deha indriya into action. No. See? It is not the prompter. It has nothing to do with that activities. Just the self is there, taking the energy and vitality and also the light from the Atma Chaitanyam. This Deha Indriya Mano Buddhi, everything they function in their respective fields. Svakriyarteshu vartante. Their own respective fields they function. Like what? Surya lokam yata janaha. Meaning the sun rises and then the people start their activities in the world outside. Kokoroko, the seval kood, the cock, morning. It knows it is going to be the early morning now, the dawn. But nowadays seval kood later than kood, at 6 o'clock only. When you go around there for Girivalam, they also become lazy, I suppose. So everything happens and the people also they start their activity. Why? The sun has risen, taking the energy from the sun and they are charged up and they are very fresh and they involve in their activities. Early morning or fresh. So in US and all 6:30 they go to the office. Even before that also they are there because early morning you are fresh and by 12:30, 2 o'clock they are finished and they come back and they go for swimming, skating, this, that, whatever. They enjoy life. And our fellows, morning they have to get up and cook. Cook means what? Make tea, this, that, and wash vessels, utensils. And then 9 o'clock they log in and then they work on like donkeys till 11 o'clock in the night. Because they have to performance ratings. They have to compete with everybody. But they also work there, but they go very early, 6:30, and finish it off by 2 o'clock. And then they have so much of time. They do whatever they want. That is good, na? That is good, I would say. But early morning when you go to school, in Sri Lanka the school starts very early. I was so surprised when I first had gone then, right? 7:38 it starts. And then it is over by say 2 or 2:30 or something, 2:30. But here it starts at 9:30, goes out in 4:30 or so. So you start early, so you are fresh. And then wind up everything early and be happy. You understand? So when the sun is rising, everything is charged up, mind is fresh. That is why you have to study scriptures early morning. Actually speaking, we should start our first class at 5:30 in the morning. 5:30 to 6:30, actually, that is the thing. But you know what, it's cold and also all other practicalities. So that's why we start at 6:45. Ideally it is 5:30. I am not saying 3:30. If I say 3:30, then you can say, yo, no. I am only saying 5:30, na? See, we are very lenient actually. Once what happened when Swamiji Gurudev, he had gone somewhere in the US only it seems, very cold at that time. So morning class, I suppose 6 o'clock or some 6 to 7 or something. And some people are coming from very long distance. So after 2-3 days, they came to Gurudev and requested him, Swamiji, we are coming from very far, very cold outside, we have to take bath and all, we come. Why can't you please shift it half an hour little late, 6:30 or 7? Yes, okay. From tomorrow onwards, we will have it at 5 o'clock, he said. He announced. From tomorrow onwards, we will have it at 5 o'clock in the morning, he said. And he had it. That is Gurudev for you. You go and complain, that is very difficult for me. What's difficulty for a seeker? Those days, they were all really sacrificing everything. See, in the Himalayas, they come at 5 o'clock for the first session. And here, is it Himalaya or what? Definitely not. There were no heaters and geysers there. They were, no, we are so used to all the comforts. For us, it's very difficult. So, getting energy from the Atma Chaitanyam, all the senses, body, mind, everything functions in their respective field. Like what? Deriving the heat and energy from the sun. The people around here in the world, they involve themselves in their respective activities like that. See, if not for Atma Chaitanyam, there is no energy. There is no sort of activity. So that is why it is said the Maya, Shakti, it is said, no. So that is Adi Parashakti. So that is the source of all energy, everywhere. See, if you are unable to understand, I will give you an example. In Tiruvannamalai, sort of a very rural area only, the fans are running, the light is on, the refrigerator is working because of what? Electricity. If you go to US, California, Bay Area, where Google office is there, Microsoft, all top, Facebook, everything is there. There the fans are running, air condition is working because of what? Electricity. So wherever you go, the Shakti behind is same. So go further down. Like that there are so many Shaktis. So Moolam for all the Shaktis, Adi Para Shakti. So what we call is not an Amman in a form, a feminine god. See, those things are very, very, primitive understanding. Ambal, Mayans, or Ambal, with Kanna Mooku Kadu, a feminine form, graceful, compassionate, blah, 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 it's all fine. But the idea is what? That is the source of all power, all energy, all knowledge. See, both, all energy, all power, and all knowledge. Ichha Shakti also is there. Ichha means what? To desire. Not desires, not just desires. See, if you want to achieve something, consistently you have to walk towards that goal. Yeah, willpower, or you have to desire continuously. Suppose if you say, I want to study in IIT. So for some time this is there, and after some time it goes off. Or the goalpost changes. No, it is okay. Even if I, study MBA, it is okay. All donkeys study MBA here. You know that? Everybody, when they have no work to do, they are doing MBA. There are so many colleges. Wow, like, Madurai, Trichy. In the bus stand, they say, Trichy, like that. Come on, MBA. Sorry, don't mistake me. Like that. See, those days, you know what? They say, I am learning computer. What computer? Just in front of the PC. Now, even the 5th standard student is master of computers. Those days, when you don't have any job, then they say, I am studying computer. What computer are you studying? Like that now, I am doing CA. Because I am not doing anything. He is not wanting to say, I am jobless. No, I am doing CA. Then nobody can ask any further question. And he is doing CA for 20 years.
When Mahatma Ji was thinking, all of us are MBA.
Yeah.
Mani, Buddhi, Ahankara.
Oh, beautiful. How nice, huh? How nice. Thank you. I will share this, with my future. With your permission.
Oh, Swami, I heard it from very nice.
Yeah, MBA, Mind Buddhi, Mana Buddhi Ahankara. Mana Buddhi Ahankara, MBA. Okay.
All of us are.
Yeah. So we have gone somewhere, huh? So all the energy, all the knowledge. See, about the desiring he was asking, no? So we should consistently pursue something. For that you need the desire. Desire also should be very firm and consistent. That also is another Shakti only. Icha Shakti, as you said rightly. See, Icha Shakti is very important. See, all the desires are root cause of the samsara. That is different issue. But even in the world, to achieve something, you need desire. Not how desiring means what? You have to really desire it. See, these Olympians, the gold medalists and all, how much hard work they must have put. How much training they must have undergone. Every day morning getting up and, doing this again and again, day after day after day. Means what? That is burning in them. I need to achieve this. That is Icha Shakti. See, this new year is coming. People will take resolution. From today onwards, I am not going to do this, going to do that. For 2-3 days, they do that. And then it goes. That is why I don't take any resolutions. Why to unnecessarily take and leave it and feel guilty about it? So, no resolution. No sankalpa, no? Why? This is sankalpa only, taking a resolution. Now, Guru has said no sankalpa. So, whatever you are, be the same rotten thing. You can never improve. Because you are the self. Is perfect already. How can it improve? Self can never improve. It is perfect already. So no resolutions. Now, deriving energy from the sun, the people here, they function in the world outside. Dehendriya gunan karmani amale satchidhatmani adyasyantya vivekena ghagane neelatadivat. Once again, another example. See, this is why this Atmabodha is very special. Dehendriya gunan karmani. Meaning what? Deha indriya means the body and the senses. Their gunan. Gunan means their qualities. And karmani, their activities. It is all amale satchidhatmani adyasyanti. It is all superimposed. Adyasyanti means superimposed on the pure satchidhatma. That is the self which is pure existence and pure knowledge. It is superimposed on them. Meaning what? When the Deha and Indriya are functioning according to their nature, meaning according propelled by their own vasanas, what happens? It is superimposed on Atma, the self. By how? I am functioning. I am a very, very noble person, and I am a wicked person, I am a smart person, and I am doing this. So, Deha Indriya, Gunan Karmani, whatever their qualities, they have their own qualities and their activities. But that is superimposed on Atma, the self. I think it is all my dharma, and I am acting, and I get confused, and I fall in the samsara. This is called a superimposition. It is superimposed on Atma, the self. The activities and the qualities of the non-self, the Deha, Indriya, etc., they are superimposed on the Atma, the self. And then I come to feel I am the doer and I have got these qualities. And this is the fall. Now what is discrimination? See, I have got nothing to do with them. They are functioning in the world according to their qualities, their vasanas. And I have nothing to do with them. This discrimination is very rare, very, very, very subtle. See, that is why the real Vedantis are a different lot actually. They are very different. You may not know what they are doing also actually. See, the Madhadipatis, Pavam, they have to guide the world. So they will be doing puja after puja after puja, Pavangal, I feel that way. Maybe they may think they are very doing great thing. But you know what, morning, afternoon, night, if you have to do 2 hours of puja, how difficult it is, It's very difficult. For me, even not even half an hour puja, because I am a lazy person, that's a different story. But they go on sitting and doing puja, pala, milk, and all month, same mantra chanted, same milk is offered to the same God. I don't know how they are inspired. See, he's just morchitrikar, Kalyanandaram. What are you talking? Every day, morning 2 hours, afternoon 2 hours, night 2 hours, you go on doing puja. I don't know how they can do it. I really applaud them. I really, generations, but this Mahatma is doing puja. But the problem is, that is only for the world to follow or whatever, for Chitta Shuddhi, whatever it is. But actual sadhana is what? When you are functioning in the world, not to get caught into this avidya, that is, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. This is the real sadhana actually. For that you need a lot of sattva. Maybe these pujas and all those stuffs may give that sattva, I don't know. Maybe just getting up and then brushing your teeth and jumping into the work may not give that sattva. Maybe rajas and tamas only. We don't know all those things, but what I am trying to say is, this discrimination and not to fall for the mind's play and to abide in the self is something else actually. It is not what we see. Even study of scriptures you can have. See, those things are all in the external world. You can see serious study and discussion and pravachana. All these things are also external activities. Even pravachana is so external activity only. But while living every moment to be aware and not to identify and to remain as a sakshi, it is a different ball game altogether. I think that is something else. That is why the great real Mahatmas are really applauded and they are worshipped. It is something else actually. See, it is not only half an hour morning, half an hour evening. You are remaining a sakshi and then all the time you are immersed. No, that is not sadhana. All the time to be aware and not to identify with the body, mind, etc. and to remain in a balanced state is something else. It is rare, really rare. See, initially only it will be very, stiff. When you know the trick of the trade, you are cool. Still it is possible. You understand what I am saying? If you are joined somewhere as apprentice, then the job will be very difficult. You are nervous and you put all efforts, with full of efforts you will be doing it. Once when you catch the knack of it, then very casually you will be effortlessly doing it. Similarly here also, in the beginning only when you do not know what it is, you become very stiff and you become very, very sort of serious about it. See, driving also, Driving also the same. Once when you are an accomplished driver, you can talk, you can hear music, you can do everything, and still you beautifully navigate. But initially, like this you go. If you talk something also, wait, 1 minute, don't talk anything to me. Now the car is coming. Car will be coming only. Lorry will be going only. No, don't talk. As if he's involved in a very big thing. You know, similarly, initially the beginners also, I am Sakshi, wait, don't disturb me. I am observing. But once when you get the knack of it, you will be always observing, not getting caught, not getting involved. Adu vandu vera vishayam. So that is what it is said. Like what? But this, all this guna and karma are superimposed on this Atma, the cells. And then the ego comes. Ego means the jiva comes and he says, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, and I am affected, my sorrow, my joy, my sorrow, everything he takes on his head. Like what? Gagane Neelativad. Gagana means space, sky. Neelativad, the blueness of the sky. Once again, you all know the sky is not blue, but it appears to be blue. The blueness is superimposed on the sky. Blueness is not in the sky. Blueness is superimposed on the sky. Like the example of the crystal also. Crystal is very clear, without any color. But the color of the cloth is superimposed on the crystal. Similarly, the guna and karma of the deha, indriya, etc. is superimposed on the self. See, the first time when you hear these scriptures, it may make some sense, but not the actual sense. If you keep on hearing and you contemplate on it, and then if you start applying in your day-to-day life, then only it makes more sense actually. See, any science the same, na? Application. See, you might have studied physics, MSc physics, whatever, but bulb fuse pochina enna seiyum theriyadu. Bulb maata theriyadu. The carrier fuse pochina enna seiyum theriyadu. He has studied nuclear physics, quantum physics, and he has studied everything he has studied, but fuse pochina enna seiyum theriyadu. Bayam, shock adichirum. You call for an electrician, that person who will never come. He is one step ahead of God. God will also appear in front of you if you worship him. But you know what? That is what it is all about. Application is very important. See, any science, when it is applied, then only it has value actually. See, otherwise you go on, discovering certain laws, but if you do not know how to make it useful for the society, what is the use of that law, use of that discovery? See, that is why the application is very important. When you study everything is there. But if you know how to, when you do not know how to apply in your day-to-day life, then what is the use of this knowledge? So more you apply, you will discover more nuances to it. And you yourself will discover how to handle it. See, there is another problem with the seekers. For everything you should not go to the guru or somebody. What will I do? How will I handle? Nonsense. Nobody can help you. Because they themselves don't know how to handle. On that day, the other person asked me, Swamiji, how will I become a good son? How will I become a good father? How will I become a good husband? You are asking a wrong person. Like that, for everything you should not go and ask somebody. Immediately everybody will know what is in your mind or what troubles you are facing. They can only at the most give some sort of a chumma, some hint or some sort of pointer. You have to find your own way. See, we are very lazy actually. We don't want to apply our minds. We don't want to find our own ways. We want somebody to always tell the way, to show the path. You walk and make a way for others. For that you need that courage, heroism, to walk in the front and then to create a path for others. So you have to find your own solutions. Don't run to everybody and ask, what will I do? I am very getting angry, what will I do? Go and hang yourself. What will I do? What will I do? Swamiji, how to conquer anger? How to conquer this? How to conquer that? You find out. Bhagavan has given you buddhi also, na? And all these inputs are there now. All these are inputs, valid inputs given to you. With that you work on it. Then you will find your own way. We are not ready to work. That is the problem. So every moment when we can be aware and not to identify with the body mind, that is the sadhana. Because these are all superimposed on the Atma, the self. Atma has got none of this. This is what is the crux of the matter. We will read the next verse and stop. Ajnanan manasopadehe kartrutvadini chatmani kalpyante bhugate chandre chalanadi yatambasaha. Ajnanat, because of ignorance, manasopadehe kartruttvadini. The kartrutva viman, the doership and all, etc., where it comes from? Mana buddhi. That is Vijnanamaya kosha we have seen, right? Exactly meaning Vijnanamaya kosha. Here manasa upadehe means, etc., mind, intellect, that upadhis, it belongs to those upadhis. So Atmani kalpyante, but it is attributed to the Atma, the self. It is I am the doer. Atma means we feel it is my own. I am the doer. So how? Actually, in the waters, if the moon is reflected, you see sometimes the moon moving, the reflection moving. Is the reflection moving? Waters are moving. But we find the reflection of the moon to be shaky, moving. So the movement of the water is superimposed on the moon, and we see moon moving. The reflection of the moon, not actual moon, reflection of the moon moving. So similarly here also, actually the kartrutva and bhoktrutva of the jiva is superimposed on the Atma, and we think I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. Whereas the instruments, they are only functioning in the respective field. And whatever happens, the mind enjoys or suffers, and I have nothing to do with it. See, where we are trying to peel out, in the Vijnanamaya kosha we are trying to peel out. From the Vijnanamaya kosha only the Ahankara comes. Ahankara is identification. Now we are peeling there. No, this is separate Anatma, this is separate Atma, this has nothing to do with that. So we are not allowing the Ahankara to creep in. Ahankara, how it creeps in? By the Atma identifying with the Anatma. That is why the Aham that comes. So what here we are trying to do is, that is separate, I am separate, I have nothing to do with that. So the ego which is creeping in between loses its meaning, loses its essence. What Bhagavan is trying to achieve through Atma Vichara, here Adi Shankara says, you are different, the Anatma, I am different Atma. No mix-up, no confusion, not to take this dharma to be my dharma. Only by taking the Ahankara is coming. So you keep outside things out, inside things in. Meaning all this mana, buddhi, everything is outside only, the self. You keep it out. Don't allow them to enter in. So you are there, prashantam, as chinmayam. So whatever happens in the world outside or inside, nothing touches. Nothing creates dent in you. That is how you are, prashantam. So here we stop and continue in the next class. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. See, those students who are not coming for